So let's kick it off with Coventry versus Reading. A massive win for Coventry. Reading, their first loss of the season to Coventry at St Andrews, Birmingham City's ground, my home club's town, my home town's ground. Yeah, my home club's ground. Yeah, whatever. Lucas Shaw getting another goal and another assist as well there. But Coventry, what a win that is for them. I think that is how well are Coventry doing this season? Coventry. Where are they? Down in 20th. That was only the second win. If it wasn't for that win, they would be in the relegation zone right now, which is nuts to think that they just beat Reading away. That is at home. Sorry, that is literally just the epitome of the Championship, isn't it? Really, that is literally just the Championship, like personified in that game right there. It is nuts. All right then, Pete, we'll get you in then, mate. If you want to hop in, we'll get you up on the thing. Let me open this. Mate, I haven't used Discord to talk to one of you like in ages. Tenbork, there he is. Right, so top in when you're ready. Hopefully, if we can't, if there's any problems or anything, we're supposed to skip it because, like I said, we got to be kind of quick today. So hopefully we can see you straight away. I've got you muted. No. Hello? Why can't I hear you? Say something. I can't hear. Can you hear yourself on stream? Wait, say something. No, you can't hear Pete on stream either. I don't understand why it's not working. I can see the green thing moving, but it's just not working. I feel like it's something to do. Wait, something to do with mine, and it's probably the output. Oh, I forgot the settings. Quick time. Probably the output settings for me. Voice and video. Output device. Hello. Input device. That. Output device. Default. Hello. Peter. That. Hello. No, I can't hear you, my guy. I think we just have to do it. I'm very sorry. I can't hear you. And now you can't hear me. No, you can. No, I can't hear you. Can you hear him on the stream? I wonder why that is. I mean, we'll have to do that off stream one time because, like I said, we ain't got much time today, so that's pretty dead. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I ain't got much time to do things today, so we'll do it off stream. We'll try and fix it off stream. Anyway, let's continue. So, very good with commentary, like we said, and a crazy loss for Reading, who are still top of the league. So they're not. I bet they're not too fussed, but crazy. That's their first of the season to that sort of team, and to concede 3 goals as well. That's doubled their tally of how many goals they conceded this season, which is nuts to think about, really. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, let's continue. So the next game, Bristol versus Norwich, a good win there for Norwich. Obviously, I'd take Pookie. No, I think Pookie was on the bench. Let's just check. And Pookie was on the bench. Yeah, I had Pookie on the bench, but he came on as a sub because Graben didn't play, I'm pretty sure. So that was pretty good, actually. I think I was close to taking him out, actually, so I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, Pookie with 2 goals there. Buendia getting on the score sheet again for them. I'm surprised he didn't get a move. He seems like a very decent player, Buendia, in the Premier League, so let alone the Championship, and I'm surprised he's still here. And Bristol getting a loss there, seeming to kind of fall down the table a bit after their decent start. It was them and Reading at the top of the table at the start of the season, and now Bristol all the way down here. But they're not doing too bad still with 4 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. Not too bad, to be fair. Next up was Barnsley-Watford. A great win for Barnsley. I'm pretty sure Barnsley. Their second win of the season, yeah, I was going to say. 2 wins in a row for Barnsley, actually. That's a very decent form without losing in 5 as well, actually. Didn't realise that. So decent form there for Barnsley. Not the worst start to the season at all there for them, really. I did predict them to go down. And like I mentioned every episode, predicted them to go down. And their fans were like, no, this guy's silly, this guy's stupid. But then they started really shit. But now they're picking it up a little bit, to be fair to them. So maybe they won't go down. And Watford getting the loss there. Still in 6th place though. You would expect them to be beating Barnsley, really. So a very good win there for Barnsley. I'm excited to see Ben Foster's view on that. To see what he says, because I don't think I've actually watched the video where he's lost yet. So it'd be cool to see what he says when he loses. Next up was Bournemouth versus Derby. Decent draw there for Derby, I'd say. Bournemouth drawing way too many games here. I mean, they're unbeaten so far, but 5 draws is a bit too much. Birmingham were going through a similar thing to that, where we had won 1 and then drew our next like 3, and we were like, come on, let's win another game now, and then we lost. I'm like, fuck. So they need to, if they start turning these into wins, they'd be challenging Reading right now. So they really need to start turning these into wins, and they'll be up there. They'll be up there. They're up there right now, but I think they keep going the way they are. They're going to lose eventually, and it's going to go downhill a bit. Do you know what I mean? So, and then they beat drawing against Derby, who haven't had the best start to the season, as you can see, with only having 6 points after 9 games. I was definitely expecting them to do better than that, especially with Wayne Rooney, a player of his calibre, in their side. You'd be expecting them to be doing better than they are, but I'm sure they will turn it around. As much as I keep saying that for a lot of teams, not every team can turn it around. So, but I'm sure Derby will turn it around. Next up was Luton versus Brentford. A very good win there for Brentford. A very expected win as well. Although Luton have started the season off very well, I'd say Brentford, you definitely tip Brentford to be the favourites in that one. Brentford with their first win after 2 games without a win, and Luton, I'm pretty sure, not in the best run of form, with 1 win in the last 5, which isn't too bad, but they start the season off a lot better than they are playing right now. And my game for the Leicester Leeds game is frozen, so I have to just quickly reload that back up so we don't miss any of the goals. Still 2-1 there at Leeds. So yeah, decent result there for Brentford. Middlesbrough beating Nottingham. You'd expect that again. Nottingham have an absolutely awful start to the season, the same as their rivals Derby. And Middlesbrough having a decent start actually, with only 1 loss actually, 4 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. So not too bad for them. Very similar to Bournemouth in the way that a few too many draws, I'd imagine, for their liking. Same with Birmingham. Just 1 more goal in those 4 games. Look at the difference. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with those 2 teams as well. Next up is Millwall versus Huddersfield. Very, very, very good win for Huddersfield. It was only 1-0 until like the 90th minute, and then they're getting 2 more goals. Beating Millwall 3-0 at Millwall is a very good result for them. Millwall, a very good defensive team, especially at home. Very nice and solid at home. Like, the Den is a fortress, and to go there and beat them 3-0 is a great result for them, for Huddersfield, and making their start to the season look a lot better than it was before. So decent for them. Next up is my team, Birmingham, beating Preston North End 2-1. Absolutely amazing goal from Preston, by the way. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely look for it. Absolutely beautiful goal from Jaden Stockley there. Chests it and does a half volley over our keeper, Etheridge. An absolutely beautiful goal. But the Green Gardner getting the goals to get us the win. That sees Birmingham win 2 in a row after not winning since the first game of the season, and pushes them up to 11th. So not a bad start to the season for Birmingham. Again, another one of those teams that were just drawing a few too many games, probably for their fans' liking, for my liking. But very good defensively, just struggling to score a few goals as well. But it's a lot better than last season, I'll say that, from a Birmingham point of view. And then Preston, not having the worst start of the season. If they won that game, then it obviously would have been a lot better. It would have been on 13 points, same as Birmingham. So that's the difference it takes, really, to say good start to the season, bad start to the season. But I'm sure they'll turn it around. I mean, like 2 wins in the last 5 games isn't that bad for Preston. Next up was QPR versus Cardiff, with QPR getting a 91st minute winner. Very good win for QPR there, especially when it's heading to the last few minutes with a draw, especially when Cardiff as well. I keep losing Cardiff when we do this. Cardiff were above them in the table by 3 points before that game, and now they've caught up, so that's a very good win for them. Cardiff without a win now in 4 games, and QPR ending a streak of at least 4 games without a win, so it's very decent for them. Stoke versus Rotherham, nice little 1-0 win there. You'd expect Stoke to be winning that game. As much as Rotherham haven't started too badly, Stoke have started quite well, and they are a better team than Rotherham, and I think a lot of people would say that. Swansea versus Blackburn, very decent win for Swansea there. Keeping Blackburn to a clean sheet is a very good feat in this, at this stage of the Championship, after they scored 18 goals in 9 games. Making sure they score 0 goals is a very, very good achievement from them. Swansea doing very well, now to 2nd without a loss in 4 games. The best defensive team in the league, with Birmingham, with Middlesbrough as well, and Birmingham and Reading close behind them. And then last but not least, definitely not least, Wycombe Wanderers with their first win of the season. Absolutely amazing. I do love to see it. as much as it would be hilarious to see them go down with 0 points, well, like if there's few points as possible, as few goals as possible, it's actually quite cool to see them win a game, innit? And then to beat Sheffield as well, it's a massive win for them if they're going to try and stay up, because with Sheffield being at least 10 points from safety right now, I know it's only early doors and it's only early at the moment, but they want to be getting those wins against those teams down there with them, and to get that win is a massive win for them. So Wickham will be over the moon with that. But then, unfortunately for them, they've got Birmingham away next, so it's going to be a certified loss. And I don't think there was any games on Sunday, so we have got, actually, more games this week. I thought it was the international break this week, so I'm glad that it's not, because I thought it was the international break this week. It's the week after this international break, so that's pretty good to know. So that's good. Oh yeah, I genuinely thought it was the international break, so I'm glad that it isn't. So, before we do anything, before we continue, we will move on to our gaffer team and do our team selection for next week. So obviously Blues have got Wickham at home, so definitely keeping Blues players in here. We'll get the fixtures tab open, and we will have a quick look. So they're playing Millwall at home. I think they will probably keep a clean sheet, Norwich. So we'll definitely start him over Bidwell. As much as Swansea are a good defensive team, Brentford are a good attacking team. So we will start him over Bidwell, wherever Bidwell is. Bidwell. Where are you? There he is. I was going to say, am I being dumb? Yes, I am. Stoke at home, yeah, that's fine. Then got Preston, Wickham, Swansea, Norwich, Middlesbrough. So I think what I'll do there is I'll start Pookie over Jed Wallace. So we'll go Pookie and Jed Wallace. Jed, there we go. And then we'll keep the rest. Watford away or Brentford away. Oh, I don't know who's. I think they're both likely to concede there, so I think we'll just go for them. And then we'll go for Jed Wallace, then Bidwell, then Gooey. That's fine. But then we got a transfer to make, so we'll save that, and we'll transfer out probably one of the Swansea defenders, maybe even the goalkeeper, to be fair. And we'll go for. Oh fuck! I've already done that. Yeah, go back. I've already gone to fixtures. Can we go back? Okay. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go to fixtures, which we've loaded up here. So Birmingham have also got Wickham, and after that they've got Coventry and Luton and Millwall and Barnsley. That's a very good fixtures there. But they have got Bournemouth, which is a game that I would see us conceding in. Although we've been very good defensively, and Bournemouth haven't really been doing that amazing, have they? So maybe we do go for Etheridge there, you know. Swansea, Middlesbrough, Wickham, Barnsley, QPR, Rotherham, Blackburn, Derby. That after Swansea, that is a very good run of games there for Brentford. So they might be a team to look at as well. Coventry and Wickham. If Forest are doing better, that would be 2 games you'd be looking at as well. Luton, Preston, Swansea. I think, you know what? I think we are going to go. Maybe I'm being a bit biased here because I'm a Blues fan, and I probably am. But I'm going to go take out Woodman. How much is? What's his name? So take out Davis. So we've got enough to get Etheridge. Etheridge. We're going to do that. We're going to get rid of Davis and bring in Etheridge. Because Blues, like I said, good defensive team this season, so why not? Why not, eh? And I back my own team. Save. Cool. He's gonna do it. There we go. Team selection, and then we'll start Etheridge instead of. So if Blues lose, then this has been awful. This has been awful for me if Blues lose. So we'll go for captain. We'll go for Ivan Sanchez as captain as well. We're properly going all out for this Blues win here. We'll go for vice captain as Graben. Actually, no, we're going to go for captain Graben. Actually, go for captain Graben. Then for vice captain, Ivan Sanchez, and then for emergency captain, we're going to go for Santos, that geezer. Actually, do you know what? We're going to go for captain Santos and then move them all down. That guy, and then for vice captain, yeah, and then for him, that one can be Graben. There we go. That's what we're going to do there. Sorted. Save. Cool. So Swansea win as well. Then that's going to be very. If Swansea win and Blues lose, it's going to be very, very sad. Basically, is what I'm saying from that. Cool. So that's that sorted. That's our gaffer team for the midweek fixtures, which I'm excited about. I'm glad. Very good surprise to me that it's not an international break. I thought it was. Next up is the Premier League fixtures. I think there might have been a game on Friday. There was. Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Very good win there for Wolves. Been struggling to score a bit this season. Wolverhampton Wanderers. So for them to get a cheeky little win there, yeah, only 8 goals scored this season. And to score 2 goals against a semi-informed Crystal Palace side, that is a decent win for them there. Yeah, so we can say that really. Podence looks like a decent player, so does Nuri as well actually. Liverpool, West Ham. When West Ham went 1-0 up, you actually thought, you know what, they're in good form. They might actually do this, you know. But Liverpool coming out on top in the end, which is what great teams do. When they're up against it, they come out with the win in the end. Liverpool on top. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people predicted at the start of the season. With Leicester currently, as it stands, only 1 point behind them, and then Tottenham and Everton and Southampton not far behind them either. The Premier League starting to take shape a little bit, with Liverpool, Tottenham, Wolves, Chelsea, Arsenal and Man City all making their way up the Premier League. Man U still down here with a loss against Arsenal, which is crazy. Massive win for Arsenal, especially after I learned the fact that Arsenal haven't won away against the top 6 teams since 2015 and haven't won at Old Trafford for a long, long time as well. So even bigger win than I initially thought for Arsenal there. So yeah, we are not even on about the Arsenal game, but yeah, we're just talking about that. Next up was Chelsea versus Burnley. A very comfortable win for Chelsea there. A lot more comfortable than I would have predicted. I think Burnley need to fix up this season. They're doing absolutely awful. Bottom of the league, 0 wins. They're just not looking good at all. They're looking like they're going to go down for definite. And you just wouldn't think it from Burnley, really. You just wouldn't think it from them because they've been so solid for so many seasons. You think you just keep being solid, especially with a manager like Sean Dyche. You'd not think they'd be going down, but it's not looking good for them. But if anyone can turn it around, it is Sean Dyche. So, but yeah, talking about Chelsea, they looked very good. Werner, Zuma and Ziyech, 2 of their new signings scoring. Werner doing very well this season so far. It's good to see Ziyech getting his first goal as well. That would do wonders for his confidence and all that sort of stuff. Next up was Sheffield versus Man City. Man City only getting the 1-0 win there, which is unfortunate for Sheffield really after the poor start they've had to only lose 1-0 to Man City. They've got to feel hard done by that, especially a goal from a defender like Kyle Walker. They've got to feel hard done by. But Man City, like I said, climbing up the league. Realistically, not the worst start in the world for them. Only 1 loss. But I guess if you want to be going for the top of the league, you can't be doing that. 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss after 3 games. You can't be doing that really. So, for Man City standards, not the best start to the season. Next up was Aston Villa versus Southampton. A great game with WARD-PROWSE scoring absolutely two absolute bangers of free kicks. Absolutely beautiful free kicks. We love to see it. Getting the assist for Vestergaard as well. And Ings scoring an absolute banger of a goal as well. Absolutely beautiful that. And then Mings getting the goal from an assist from Grealish. Grealish then winning a penalty for Watkins scoring it. And then Grealish actually scoring himself. Which was absolutely beautiful for me. Because, let me show you. I have Watkins, Grealish and Mings, who will come on as a sub because Sace didn't play and neither did Mitchell. So it was absolutely beautiful for me because being a Blues fan, I want Villa to lose, they did. But they also got me points in my fantasy team. So it was absolutely beautiful for me. Villa, to go 4-0 down in Southampton, not looking the best, but then to put it back to 4-3, that shows that they've still got a bit of fight in them, and they're not just going to start falling down the table now. They have still got a bit of fight in them, to be fair. Next up was Newcastle versus Everton. Very good win there for Newcastle, and good to see their striker Callum Wilson getting 2 goals there, and Calvert-Lewin getting the goal as well. Good to see 2 English strikers scoring as well there. It's always good to see. Everton with is that 2 losses in a row now? That's not very good for them. But they have got a few players out with injury, so that you can kind of excuse that. And one of them was against Liverpool, one of the games. So, was it? No, the draw was against Liverpool, wasn't it? So never mind. They lost to Southampton, didn't they? So, and then Newcastle again, not the worst start in the season. Start to the season for them, especially with by their standards. And Callum Wilson scoring goals, which you knew he was going to really. It was just about how quick he was going to start doing it, and he kicked off, started doing it straight away. Next up, like I said, Arsenal, massive win for them for the top 4 push. Do you know what I mean? As much as, like I said, it's early in the season, a massive win for them, especially in the form they were in. An absolutely huge win for them against a Man United team, which looks just dreadful. I don't understand how they've got 6 points in the Champions League without 0 points in. I mean, no, not 0 points. Only 7 points after 6 games in the Premier League. It's crazy to see. Only 4 points off relegation at the moment. But obviously they're going to turn it around. They won't finish. They won't finish bottom half. Let's be honest with ourselves. But it's good. It is quite funny to see them struggling this much, to be honest, especially with how big they're meant to be and how good they're meant to be. Next up was Tottenham beating Brighton with Bale getting his first goal for Spurs since coming back on loan to Tottenham from Real Madrid. Getting the winner against them. Lamptey scoring as well. It's good to see him scoring. Good to see him doing well. And Kane with the penalty. Again, decent for my fantasy team. Got Kane captained. Obviously, I wish I had a Grealish captained or someone else captained, but what can you do? You thought Kane would score a few against Brighton, and he scored once. That's good enough for me. And yeah, decent win for Tottenham there, keeping them up at that top half, top 4. They should really be top of the league right now. If they got that win against West Ham, they'd be top of the league. And they were 3-0 up with like 10 minutes to go, and they should be top of the league right now, but they're not. And it's typical Tottenham to not be top of the league after the way they've played so far. And Brighton not with the worst start to the season. A draw there would have done quite good for them. Only 1 point, would have put them only 1 point behind Man U, but I'm sure they'll survive this season. They do look like a decent team this season. And then today's games, Fulham getting their first win of the Premier League season, leaving West Brom in the relegation zone without a win. Very massive win for Fulham for their survival hopes. Again, it's very early doors, very early times to be saying big win for the survival hopes, but it is, you've got to be honest. For them to beat West Brom, someone else who's just come up, it's massive. It is absolutely massive. And to get it early on as well, it's literally a 6-pointer, so very big win for them. And it's good to see one of their strikers getting a goal as well. And then, as we were saying, Leeds versus Leicester is playing right now with Barnes and Tielemans and Dallas getting a goal. I think Under has just gone for Leicester. I think it was him anyway. I'm not actually sure. And Leeds have just got a foul, a very soft foul, I think, actually, by the way. So yeah, if that finishes how it is right now, then that'll be a very decent win for Leicester there. Taking up to second again. They look like a decent team again this season. Another season when they could be aiming for the top 4. And Leeds still not doing too bad. I mean, they were like fucking top 4 before this game, so it's pretty crazy that they're down in 12th now. A win would take them up to at least 5th, though, to be fair. So maybe even 4th if they got won by 2 goals. So it would be crazy to see them win this game, but I don't see it happening. As much as they are playing pretty good football. But yeah, so decent start for both of those teams. Right, let's go on to our FPL team. I had a plan for this before I even came to this, because someone has not been performing this season, and that someone is Mr. Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not been performing, and I want to get rid of him. And I can't remember who I was going to get instead of him. I can't remember. I literally could get any defender on the game. Probably a lot of midfielders on the game I could get, because of how expensive Alexander-Arnold is. Have they got good fixtures? Let's have a look at that before we do anything. Have they got good fixtures coming up? Review information. Fixtures. They've got Man City next, then Leicester, then Brighton, then Wolves. And I could see them conceding every single one of those games. Maybe not Brighton, but most of them I could see them conceding, so I'm going to take him out. And then it's just about who I put in. So we go for defenders. And we go for total points. So we could go, we can't go for Zuma because we've already got 1, 2, 3 Chelsea players. Could go for Castagne. So we could go for Vestergaard. Could go for Creswell. What about Kilman? Oh no, I've already got 2 Wolves players as well. What about Vestergaard then? What about Vestergaard? What fixtures have they got? So they have Newcastle, Wolves, Man U, Brighton, Sheffield. So I could see them keeping a clean sheet against Newcastle. Probably not Wolves, probably not Man U. Maybe not Brighton as well, so probably not him. Alright, Creswell. Because they're in good form at the moment. And he's doing well as well. Fulham at home, Sheffield away, Villa at home. That is good. And then Man U aren't doing that well. Lee, you know what, I think I might go for Creswell. I think Creswell might be the one that we go for there. Arsenal, though, in good form, actually. With Villa, Leeds and Wolves coming up. I don't know. Man City, obviously they got Liverpool next, so you don't want to do that really. Leicester, who have Everton got? Man U, then Fulham, Leeds and Burnley is massive, so we might be getting some Everton players after this week. Maybe even 4 this week, actually. Let's have a look at some Everton players, actually. So if you go to Everton, who is the highest scoring defender who isn't injured, obviously, because I think Digne... Is Digne back now? Oh, he got red carded, didn't he? So, you know what? I think we're going to go for Digne, actually. I think we're going to go for Digne because he got red carded. He's back now, ready for Man U. And Man U are in awful form. Everton are in good form. And then after that, as well, they've got 3 amazing fixtures. And then we'll probably sell him after that week because they've got Chelsea, Leicester, Arsenal, and Man City within 5 games. So, but yeah, I think we're going to go for that for now. And I hope to God that Creswell doesn't do that well. That's what I'm hoping. That Creswell doesn't do that amazing, and that'll work. So make transfers, confirm transfers. Beautiful. So now we just got to pick our team for this week. So we are going to take out. We are going to put in Digne, I think. Switch him for Sace because I think Sace will concede. Then we've got Zaha, Son, Grealish, Jorginho, all playing against yet. I think, I think if anyone's going to do anything for Villa against Arsenal, it's going to be Grealish, isn't it? It's going to be. What do these stars mean? I don't know what these stars mean. And then Watkins, Kane, and Vardy. Yeah, again, I feel like they've probably got more chance of doing anything. Have they though? Have they? I don't know. Because for Villa, the thing is, if they're going to score, it's probably going to be Watkins or Grealish doing something in that. Whereas Wolves, if they're going to score, it could be Jimenez, it could be Podence, it could be a lot of different players in Neto, do you know what I mean? So I think we are going to go for that. Maybe we should... do you know what? I'm going to put Neto on instead of Watkins because I don't think Villa are going to win again. I think... Wolves could win against Leicester, whereas Villa probably won't win against Arsenal. So we are going to do that. I think we're going to go for Kane. You know what? I think we're going to go for Sonny as our captain and Kane vice captain, because I think Son's more likely to score more goals against West Brom than Kane is. Personally, I don't know what logic there is behind that, but that's what I'm thinking. And I think we are going to put in Digne over Sace, and then go for Sace, and then we go for Watkins and Sace, then Mings there. And then we've got Mendy in goal, yeah, definitely over Guaito against Leeds. And that's the team we're going to go for this week. So that is my FPL team for this week ahead. Save my team. So that is beautiful. And then we're going to quickly end on Super 6 this week for the Championship games, I imagine. Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't log in again. Fuck it. I mean, you've seen it a billion times, why not? Also, it is Champions League as well. I didn't know that was on as well, so that's pretty good to know. So we've got Atlanta versus Liverpool. With Atlanta joining into Ajax and beating Midtjylland. Liverpool beating Midtjylland and beating Ajax as well. I could see Atlanta scoring, but I think Liverpool are going to win 3-1. Man City versus Olympiacos. Olympiacos with the loss to Porto, but the win against Marseille. Man City with both their wins in the Champions League so far. Yeah, both by 3 goals as well. So I'm going to put another 3 goals there. I'm going to put 3-0 there. Yeah. And Real Madrid versus Inter. Real Madrid have an absolutely awful time in the Champions League this season, with a draw to Mönchengladbach and a loss to Shakhtar. And Inter Milan having a draw to Shakhtar and a draw to Mönchengladbach as well. Both the teams who you probably expect to win, to be in the running to win the group, to be fair. So, but I think, do you know what? I think Inter Milan are going to win it. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Inter Milan. I think so, you know. Inter Milan are a decent team, so I think it's going to be a win for Inter Milan. And then Bayern Munich versus Salzburg. I mean, it's going to be a win for Bayern Munich, isn't it? It is just going to be a win. They won against Lokomotiv Moscow, and they won against Athletic Madrid 4-0. And then this team lost against Atletico Madrid and drew to Lokomotiv Moscow. I think it's going to be... I think they might score, but it's going to be like 4-1. And then last but not least, the Championship. Blackburn versus Middlesbrough. Blackburn in some bad form at the moment. Middlesbrough in some good form, actually. Without conceding goals. Without conceding too many goals, actually, at all. So it's going to be a decent game, to be fair. I think Blackburn will score. I think it's going to be 1-1. Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 1-1 because they have left it late to score as well. Actually, Middlesbrough. So, yeah, there's that. And then Cardiff versus Barnsley. Barnsley with winning their last 2 games. 3-0 win for one of them as well. And Cardiff not winning many of their games. They actually beat QPR 3-0, who beat Cardiff 3-2. So I think, you know what? I think that's going to be... Cardiff seem to be scoring a few goals, to be fair. And so Barnsley scoring a few goals as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-2. I think it's going to be 2-2. We'll go for the 5th minute, as we always do. And that is perfect in time, because my mate said he's going to be here for 22. And it is 22, so it's perfect in time. I hope you enjoyed the Rosa podcast today. I'm sorry it was a bit quick. A bit quicker than usual. Next time it won't be, a bit more slow and just chatting about it a bit more. But today, like I said, I've got football at 10:30 and my mate's going to pick me up at 22 because he needs to get petrol and pick up another mate as well. So I have got to go. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed. If you're watching this on YouTube, come check out my Twitch. You can come see this live. Come see a host of other things live, like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies multiplayer and campaign, Ultimate Team, Foot Champs, Career Mode, all that good stuff, and many more games like Among Us and all that good stuff, and whatever I feel like playing on the day, to be fair. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in a bit.